Now when we have two signals, and then I will create one some more signals for our logic development for your understanding. Okay, I created motor on feedback, okay, and then motor 1 on indication. So I created a 5 signal in total. I would say motor 1 on push button, off push button, one is command to MCC or command on command for the motor, then the feedback whether motor got on, and the indication therein. Okay, so I defined a 5 signal in general and I closed it. Now developing the your first program. Okay, I will delete the children. Be noticed, we defined that application level and now we are going with the logic pan. Okay, so this is my logic pan. Now whatever we have defined here is in global variable pan. Global variable pan means it is accessible across the program. So here we have to call it in external variable. Generally names are slightly different. They could have given a global variable name here, but okay, yes. So okay, you can consider this way: your global variables are to be called at the external variable level, okay, whereas your variables are to be called at parameter level. Okay, so whenever you have something global variable, you have to call it external variable here, and then when you have something defined in the variable, you have to define in the parameter here. Okay, it also has a variable pan, but this has something different use. I will tell you now. Okay, at least for the beginning, you don't confuse with the global and local variable. You can simply assume that you something defined here. If you define something here, you simply copy it, put it in the external variable, simply save it. Now it is available for your use. Okay, now like we discussed earlier, or it is explained that this is your signal variable definition location, this upper portion of the code block up to here, and the below one is your logic pan. Okay, here your logic will come. So then top side, anyways, you can define a signal in parameter variable, communication variable, access variable, external variable, and so on. Bottom side, you have a code block here. You can see the code pan here in the bottom, and then it gives you a space to write your code here. Okay, this is something your program. Now writing your program, the ABB supports 5 languages. Okay, you can simply click on the right click and say change language. You can see what and all the 5 languages it support. Okay, you can have a structure text, a textual form of the coding, then a instruction list. The you can write in form of instructions, defined syntax and pattern is there to write the code. Then SFC, the sequential function chart, which gives you a flow chart kind of feeling. Then a function block diagram, which gives you a block sort of things to connect with the pins, and then you can define your logic there. And a ladder diagram, which gives you like a the electrical drawing type of feeling with the contacts and the blocks. And in across all this thing, the FBD and ladder are most popular and commonly used across all the manufacturer. For the what you can say, complex loops and all, you can use the structure text. Wherever you have some flow control or the sequences, you can use the SFCs. Instruction list is used by some programmers which they are comfortable with, but it need to learn the coding syntax and the parameter therein, so not everybody is comfortable with that. So mostly you would say, anyways I am going to tell you the use of the structure text, SFC, BD and ladder, because this is 4 is generally used in all ABB projects. Okay, so you will be learning all these 4 languages. However, just for your understanding, across all vendors this function block diagram and ladder is most common, most popular one. Okay, so then now, because now you right clicked here, right clicked on code block, and then you say I want to change the language. It will say which language you want it. Okay, let me say we'll go with the function block diagram or the ladder. Okay, these are the simple to learn. We'll start with this and then we'll go with the all the language once we are through with the pattern logic. Okay, so for the ease of learning, we'll go with the first function block diagram, and I would say okay. You can see the look and feel of this has changed. In the code block, if you touch the border of the page and right click, you get the page setup menu. You can change to the defined page setup mode and then the font and then so on. Okay, I made it landscape, so your page is like landscape. You have a zoom in and out button here in the top, or also you can also set from the drop down boxes. Okay, so this is my code block where I am going to write a program. In the right side of the page border or in anywhere in the page border, you get the page setup menu for the changing the setup of the page. In middle, if you click it, you get the insert function block option and the program development related options. Okay, if I click on the insert function block, it gives you the list of all the available function blocks in all the connected libraries which are there in this application. Okay, so I say okay, I want to connect a AND block and the type should be boolean and it should have a 3 pins or 2 pins or whatever, and I would say okay. So see, one AND block has come. Okay, you can simply copy your signal, double click on the pin and you can say and okay, it will be connected there. Same for the command. Okay, and then maybe something. Okay, I will not invert it now. Let us start with the basic, this one. Okay, now I zoom it out. You can see I prepared one logic with the AND block. When these two signals are coming, the output will come. Okay, so this is a generic block. For connection on the pin, you have to just double click on it. It opens the text box where you can just paste your signal name and say okay. It will be added to that pin. That signal will be added to that. Okay, same for output, and same like the signal definition. You have check option, save option and save and close option. I can simply check, no errors found. Assume I forgot to connect at the output and I say check. It says parameter is unconnected. If I double click, it will take me to the blue marking has come. You can see. Okay, it cannot be zoom much. Suppose I click somewhere outside and then I double click on this error, it will highlight that unconnected pin. Okay, I double click and I paste it here and I'd say okay. So this is simple way to assign some signal to the pins. Okay, the moment the error is gone, you can check, it is saying no zero error, zero warning. It has two toggle menus here. This one is for this upper declaration pan, and this second one is for the bottom declaration, bottom this message pan. You can toggle the visibility of the bottom, and this you can toggle the visibility of the top. Okay, for the better working space. Okay, so this is how you use the code editor. Inserting a function block. Inserting a function block is click on the empty space or the function block you want it, and just right click and say insert, and it will give you the list of the things. You can just start typing the things you wanted. Okay, and then say okay. Yes, it has come. So this way you insert your function blocks. Few function blocks supports unconnected pin. So even if you check it now, it say okay, because it doesn't need to be having a connected pins, but few doesn't support unconnected pins, so it will throw an error. In general, whatever is what is a system function blocks, it is must to have a connected pin there. But if it is a defined function block, you can have unconnected pin also. Okay, so then you can have your logic developed for the motor on and off using a set reset flip flop. Okay, I use one AND block. Simply right click on an insert and start typing A and D, and then it comes and then say okay. It will ask whether you want to put it before or after the function block. I would say okay, and then I say when the motor is on and the motor feedback has come, my on indication glows. Okay, so the logic is simple. You have a set reset block, you give a on request, so motor gets on, you give a off request, so motor gets off. Once the motor is on and the feedback also received, both is ended, so your indication glows. Okay, it's a simple dual starter indication or dual starter logic. This is we developed in the FBD. I will save it.